Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome for if it's your first time. I wanted to do something a little different today. Didn't feel like getting out my cards, but definitely wanted to make a video. And so what I'm gonna do, I actually was in Sedona the other day, Sedona, Arizona. If you haven't heard of it, it's one of the major vortex cities in at least North America. In North America. It has tons of vortexes. I hiked 3 of them, meditated at each of them. It was really gorgeous, really beautiful. And so what I actually feel like doing today is just talking. And I have little notes, but my meditation notes during the meditations that I'm really interested in just reviewing with y'all, because I just reviewed them, and it's very interesting just to see what came through. I've been in a space of like transition recently. Obviously, like if you've been to my channel, usually this wall is full of paintings. I'm moving, shifting jobs, like things are just shifting places, everything is up in the air, which is great, and we love it. This is why I'm an Aquarius and just airy. It's great. I love it. But I do want to talk a little bit about what is happening, okay? Because I channeled the galactics, I channeled the angels, I channeled the GFL, I channeled the GCL, Galactic Council, who else? The Annunaki, Mantis. There was a lot of things that happened. And so this is just going to be a collage of just everything that happened on that day. And then maybe it'll resonate, maybe it won't. Some of the things that came through I have never heard of. Most of the things I haven't heard of. One thing specifically I'm thinking of. So stay tuned, basically. But I'm really excited. Anyways, a little bit about me, just to get things out of the way. I'm Landon, everyone. I am Holistic Movement Healing. If you haven't already, follow me on Instagram at Holistic Movement Healing. And then if you do like this video, make sure to comment down below. I will always love to hear from you, and I do my best to get back to each and every one of you. Give it a good thumbs up. Always love a good like, and then share it. If you feel like somebody would benefit from this video, share it. Be like, hey, this dude. And then if I didn't say subscribe already, subscribe, because more of me. Anyways, so moving on, getting right into it. So the first thing that happened was I was hiking, and I hiked a few different ones. So what I was doing in Sedona was just hiking the vortexes and seeing what happened when I would meditate. And so I hiked 3 different ones. I hiked, blanking, Chimney Rock. And so that one is really good for just like purging, just because especially this last week I felt a lot of like heavy things. My physical body was like, my shoulders were really tight. My lower back was like, ugh. And so I just really needed to just purge it out. And so that one was really, really nice for that. And then I went over to Bell Rock, which is Galactic Central for Sedona, in general. Like that's where I feel the most connected with them, the most easiest to connect, I guess I just should say. And so that's what that was Bell Rock, and that one's more of like the mothering, nurturing energy. And then where else? I hiked Cathedral Rock. There was a little gathering at Cathedral Rock, and so I went there and just danced and meditated and did some energy work on myself and earth, and it was just gorgeous. But yeah, so getting right into it. I keep saying that, but I'm actually getting into it this time. So let's open up the book to page 2 days ago. I did a lot of journaling those last 2 days. Okay, so we're gonna be here. Oh, that'll be interesting. Okay, here we are. Nope. Here we are. Okay, so the first thing that came up was what I am bringing, actually. So I'm putting together this thing, this program, and so if there's something specific in the galactic, spiritual energy, tarot cards, any of that realm that you would like to be guided through, mentored, talked about, any of that, if you would let me know, because I am putting together a little program right now, and so I definitely want to cater it to whoever's going to be here. So just let me know, and I will see what I can do there, because I am putting that together, and I'm really excited about it. And they just talked a lot about just, in general, things that need to be healed. Because so many people right now are looking externally and seeing what's happening in the world. And what's happening in the world is happening internally. Like, all of the things that have been in place for so long are finally starting to crumble. And that is happening internally as well. Those beliefs that you've had since before childhood, like, this is going in depth into your past lives, into your upbringing. So not only this childhood, but your past life, your past life, your origin story. So going into all of that, and all of it is coming to this crossroads, and it's like, we don't need you, goodbye, we learned you, we haven't learned you, we're going to learn you, and then we're going to leave. And so it's all of these things happening all at once. And so it's definitely this time of major transformation, and it's really exciting, but also, like, we're all feeling it, we're all going through it right here with you. But yeah, so just let me know if you want to talk. Anyways, so where was I going? Totally lost my train of thought. Yes, going internal, because the external is reflected from the internal. So the internal is the origin, is the start, is that spark. That's where it starts, is from the inside. And so going inside and seeing what inside is breaking down, what needs to be broken down, what doesn't serve you anymore. And we hear that a lot in this community, is like, it doesn't serve you anymore, let it go. No, it doesn't serve you anymore. Why doesn't it serve you anymore? And yes, allow it to leave. Let it go is something like forceful, like, let it go. Let it go. Like, yes, it is leaving, but allow it to go. Be more soft about it. Just exist, and it will leave. Obviously, we have to process through it, like, really dive into what is happening. But other than that, just, like, really just take the time and just be like, cool, are you gonna leave? Why aren't you leaving? And then you look into it, and, like, why isn't it leaving? Oh, it's this, because of this experience, because of this memory, because of this blockage, and so really just diving in. And that's going to take some time, that's going to take some intention, that's going to take the effort and the energy to do so. So very, very much going internal still. And I've been saying this for a while, and it's still maintaining, because we still have more things to purge out, we still have more things to do. Because as we continue to understand ourselves, as we continue to release from the inside, we can then see the external in a different perspective, because we understand, like, this is what needed to happen for me. This is an approach I can take to help others heal, to help others break down what they need to. All starts from within, all starts from yourself. What else? We hold in cups, protected. Right now I'm going through and talking to galactic families. That's what's happening right now. If you like this, this is my book, Perhaps You Were Created for Such a Time as This. It's so interesting because it's also from the Bible, which, if you know me, there's a whole thing there. Okay, so we're just gonna jump right into this next thing, which was really shocking to me. So I'm going to show it to you. So this is what came through, okay? And I don't know if you can see, but this is it is a 3D object. And so it is very much cylindrical, it is very much pointed, those are cones, and it's rotating this way. So it's very much rotating, it's very much doing this orbit around itself. And what I saw was that it was glowing, it was rotating, it's 3D, but it's 5D tech awareness. And so it is a 3D object, okay, right here in the 3D world, realm, dimension. 3D dimension. That's repetitive. But it is a 5D tech awareness. And so within this dimension, this 3D dimension, this third dimension, it is a fifth dimensional awareness technology. And the way it translated is that it's called harmonizer. Not the harmonizer, because I'm sure there's multiple, but I don't know. But it's called harmonizer. And that was it. That's all I got from that connection. And that was interesting because that was Mantis. I haven't connected with Mantis. I haven't channeled them before. And so it was interesting because I couldn't really understand what they were talking about at all. But then they showed me this image. And then from the image, I was able to translate the other things. They also showed images of what it does. And then the Annunaki collective came in and explained it. So basically what this harmonizer is a technology built from ancient Lemuria. It was ancient Lemurian technology. And Atlanteans hid it way back. In ancient Lemuria, they created this technology, and if you guys don't know, this is the understanding I have come to resonate with the most between Atlantis and Lemuria, is that Atlantis was the origin, Atlantis was the start of Earth, of humanity. And it was Pleiadians, and Pleiadians were here, they were very traditional. Eventually, those Pleiadians had children, and those children broke off as they grew older and became Lemuria. And Lemuria was more like progressive, and they were trying new things and experimental, and so Lemuria made this device. And what it does is that this device is for healing. I want to make sure I say this right. It's for healing, and it becomes, yes, okay. So the device is for healing, okay? This harmonizer is for harmonizing the energies. The issue is, Atlanteans hid this because it came to a point where people were beginning to harmonize energies that were meaning to help purge. There needs to be that purge. There needs to be that understanding of the dissonance within ourselves. If we're just harmonizing everything, we're not learning. We're not dealing with the things. We're not allowing ourselves to process. And so this harmonizer came in, and people started using it to instigate whatever they wanted, because you can make the harmonizer that harmonizes, you can also counter it and create the other energies as well. And so, but basically what the Annunaki came through and said is that there have been reptilians, what they said reptilian earth gang, as we would say. It was really funny. But they came through and they were talking about this, and that the reptilian earth gang came through and they found one of the devices, okay? And they are now contacting because Gaia is saying that this device needs to be returned. This device needs to be rescued. Because the reptilians do want to use it to harmonize humans, to revert them back to being sheeple, because it's not mind control. I don't want it to, it's not that, because I asked about that. It's not mind control, but it does heavily suggest the emotions and the actions to follow the emotions. And so if somebody is having an argument, they can turn on this harmonizer, and it dissociates, is the word that I want to use, the energies, and so it just like diffuses the situation, which is great. But if you revert that, if you reverse engineer that, it becomes a device to heighten these arguments, these disagreements. And so the Anunnaki were coming through and saying that Gaia really wants it back. She doesn't think that humans are ready for it. And so this is Gaia, Mother Gaia, nurturing helpful, loving, is like, get it back. Like, it's not ready for it. This reality is just not ready for it. And so that was the main one that I was just like, what are you talking about? A freaking harmonizer. But one more time, I'll just show you. So that's what it is. I'm an artist, can't you tell? And then the Galactic Council came through. And if you haven't heard, I channeled the Galactic Council for the first time a few weeks ago. And they're basically just this council to overlook the ascension of Earth. They just make sure like the timelines are working out and everybody has what they need for these timelines to work out. But I want to make sure, I don't want to skip over anything. Yes, just allow ourselves. So this is just stepping into something completely different. Ooh, this one. So the Galactic Council came through and they're like, okay, so things have been bad. Obviously, like we all know, like we're all like here living this life, and they're up there just like, not really, they're actually helping. But they're definitely here helping, and they want us to know that they are helping, okay? And so, this microphone, okay. They want us to know that they are helping, that they are here. Then they went on also to say, September has some big plans. So September's gonna be a rough one, basically, and they basically said it's been rough, or you thought it was rough, okay? But September is gonna be she's gonna be bad, okay? Not just rough. She's gonna be bad. So I don't know really what that means. I'm just gonna put that out there, and we'll see what happens. It's okay though. We still have August to get through, so like we're fine. Time to prepare, get some water, food storage. They said it hasn't been bad yet. September it begins. So I'm like, are they finally gonna come down? Are we gonna say hello? I'm so excited. But I don't know. We'll see. What else do I want to touch on? Let's see here. Yeah. Next time I'm going to make notes that aren't in cursive so I can actually read it really fast. But yeah, that's basically the gist of it. Just allow yourself. Acknowledge and process the internal for the external, okay? Just to recap a little bit, the harmonizer thingy. Ancient Lemurians and Atlanteans did it for a reason. Leave it. Those freaking reptilians. It's fine. It's fine. But that's that. And then September. Keep a lookout. But with that, thank you all for tuning in. If you like this video, again, subscribe, comment down below. Always love to hear from you. And I do try to get back to each and every one of you. And then like, obviously. Nice, good thumbs up always helps. But until next time, I will see you later. Bye.